everybody, and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as J-Monster, and you are watching episode 14. My god. Episode 14 of my historical battle series. And we are winding down to the close, to the grand finale of the historical mini-series on the Siege of Gondor. This time around for you, though, we do not have the Battle of Mordor, and that will be next. It's going to be awesome! But before that happens, we are going to have the ambush that takes place in Ithilien. Now, you'll notice that our troops are lined up quite nicely into a formation, so it's not much of an ambush. Well, I'll tell you why that is. This battle is one that takes place while the host of the West is moving towards the Morannon, towards the Black Gate to besiege it and challenge Sauron, and draw his forces away so that the plains of Gorgoroth are cleared for Sam and Frodo to traverse and make it all the way to Mount Doom and explode the ring and Sauron's eye and all that good stuff. Now, the captains of the West were warned because they had a number of very woodcrafty soldiers with them from the Green Hills. You may remember them being mentioned in the Siege of Minas Tirith. Their lord was Ithilien the Fair, who was sadly killed, but his men carried on the fight in his name and accompanied the host of the West. And they were well warned because of their aid, because of their savvy woodcrafty ways. So they knew this ambush was coming. So that is why we are formed up quite nicely in a nice tight formation here. We've got three ranks. All of the fiefdoms here are represented. We've got the levies from Lebanon that Aragorn brought with him, as well as soldiers from the city. And over here we have our friends from Dol Amroth, the remaining men-at-arms from the siege, as well as Imrahil and his Swan Knights, who are over here. And far away on our other flank here, we have the remaining riders of Rohan. You'll notice that they have significantly less cavalry than in the other episode. That is because many of the horses were wounded during the battle on the Pelennor fields. So I believe we only have around, or in the actual battle, they only had around 1,000 or so cavalry at their disposal, unfortunately. So you have many able-bodied but dismounted warriors from Rohan right here. And opposing us, we have various orcs from Mordor. We've got some Haradrim here because it makes sense that they'd be here. They were using Ithilien as a passage into Gondor. It was being fought over by them and the ranges of Ithilien, etc., etc. And facing us, we have a much smaller army of orcs. So our smaller Rohan is a much smaller and weaker army than ours, and they're facing the much larger orc army over here. And over here, we have our larger army facing the smaller army. So it works out, although you may ask if we knew this ambush was coming, why didn't we put our larger force over there to oppose their much larger body of troops? And the answer to that is shenanigans. Just game shenanigans. So that's all for the history for this battle, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and start it. I hope you guys enjoy. So we're going to take some decisive action here. We're going to move our troops forward at a run. We're going to try and crush this army as quickly and efficiently as possible. All of these, technically these troops are from Gundabad, but they're Mordor troops. Don't question it. Don't question it. And they have mostly a number of units of swordsmen as well as some halberdiers. And let's see what Mordor is doing. I think what they're going to do is they're going to move over here, and then Rohan will probably cut them off. They're going to try and smash our army. It looks like Rohan is coming to help us, but they're probably going to end up fighting somewhere around there. We'll use our cavalry rather to good effect. Looks like our archers are starting to open fire. Let's follow them in. Whee! Gonna hit somebody? Yeah, we're gonna hit somebody. So we're starting the skirmish phase here. Let's take our missile troops and put them into group 2. And we'll begin moving our infantry body forward under cover of our missile fire. They have a number of archers as well, but they're Snaga archers, so they're terrible, and they don't have very much in terms of range, so I think we'll be okay. Let's move our Gondor archers forward and have them engage these Snaga over here. Run, boys. Let's see what Rohan's doing. Not a whole lot. It looks like they're just coming over to help us, which is fine. They might actually make it, and they might help us destroy this Gundabad army, but they're going to get taken, by the looks of it, at unawares by this huge Mordor host here, which is fine. We can turn around and we can smash them and It'll be good times. Good times for all. Except for Mordor, of course, but no one cares about them. Looks like they have the same idea, and our troops here are gonna meet in the middle and duke it out. Let's have them move to a run. Let's redirect some of their fire onto the Snaga archers. Deal heavy casualties to their archer companies before they can get into range and really start shooting at us and making a nuisance of themselves. Come on, come on. You know you want some of this. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Yeah, it looks like battle is about to be joined. As they get closer, I believe we have these guys. Oh, no, we don't. Let's turn that on. Have them start throwing their pilum. Uh-oh, dogs! Apologies for that. Not a whole lot I can do about it. They bark at everything. It looks like battle is about to be joined. These troops here, yeah, are just clashing into our front line of Lebanon guardsmen. Those are some spearmen. What do we have here? Helmingas. It looks like Rohan has arrived. Hooray! United front and all that jazz. Where's Prince Imrahil? Oh, he's behind. Over this way. We're gonna send him around to this side. We'll begin to move in against these Gundabad troops here. Mordor, finger quotes. Let's see if we can surround them. Move our troops around this way. Yep, none of that. We need to kill their archers and only their archers, because otherwise you're going to end up shooting up our troops, and I will not thank you for that. Yeah, looks like the Swan Knights are the first into the fray here. Followed by Rohan, who's helping us with a nice charge here from their heavy lancers. Looks like we're going to be able to rout these guys nice and quick. Where's Prince Imrahil? There he is. Attack! And such.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
We're going to take these guys. We're going to plow through their archer companies here, take these guys from the rear, and then we're going to use them to support our allies over here. It looks like Rohan's not doing so great. Technically, we take light casualties in this battle in terms of lore, but because the AI is kind of stupid, I don't think it's going to be as gentle on the host of the West as it is in the actual historical battle. So let's move our troops over this way. Have them form up behind these Gundabad soldiers. Looks like we're carving these halberdiers. They've already started to rout. Let's take our troops and we'll have them stop shooting so they don't hit our own. And we'll just have everyone attack these guys from multiple different angles. Except for you. Stop that. Whatever you're doing. We're going to end up throwing stuff at our own troops. We're bad. Okay, looks like we got some Fountain Guard over here that we can use to support our poor Rohirrim allies. Looks like they got some Orc Maulers here. These guys are strong against Cav, so we're gonna use these. Actually, nope. There's a Mordor company right here. Run, you fools! Fly, fly, you fools! Yeah, it looks like there's a group here that's managed to pierce through the lines. We're gonna use our Fountain Guard to support them. We'll take some Dol Amroth Squires, 2 groups of them around this way. I don't know, looks like this unit's already going to be surrounded, so it should be okay. I'll take these Dol Amroth Squires in that case, and we're going to move them over here. Starting to get a little choppy. This is another massive battle. I think there's like 11,000 or so troops in it, so. But it's not so bad. It's not nearly as bad as the Pelennor Fields one, so. I'm okay with that. And we'll just have these troops charge into these 2 groups of Mordor troops here. Well, looks like some Royal Guard are attacking those guys, and Rohan is actually doing really well. Except for getting themselves surrounded right here, but they're surrounding and attacking troops on all sides and supporting us, and it's just generally going pretty well for fighting with an AI opponent, so I'm kind of impressed by that. How are we doing over here? It looks like these are mostly Mordor troops. They're probably smashing Mordor to bits, but that's Rohan to bits rather. But we've killed 40 almost % of their soldiers. We'll pull off 2 units of our guys. They only really need 1 to chase the rest of those bastards down, don't they? Looks like there's some orc halberdiers here that are giving us some grief. So we'll kill them, and then we'll use these troops over here to support the rest of the body of the army that's over that way. Let's bust out some of these guys, the Axemen of Lasarnak. It looks like these guys are going after our archers too, so we're going to run them away from this group of orc raiders. See if we can... actually, what we're going to do is we're going to run them away from the orc raiders, but we're going to kite them directly into the waiting arms of our axemen. But it looks like we're not going to be able to do that anyway, because they have changed direction and they're cutting off this royal kinsman unit here, but that's alright. These guys are about to get smacked in the back by a bunch of angry axemen. Fresh from the death of their lord, Forlong the Fat. So they are not happy, and they're very eager to get some orc blood on their axes. Let's take our Lebanon guardsmen units over here, and we'll use it to shore up any breaches. This is actually a perfect opportunity right here for them to throw their spears into the backs of these orc maulers, so we're going to use them to do that. Our Fountain Guard are doing quite well. They've only taken a few casualties, just a handful. Or 7 now, so a handful in a bit. How are these guys doing? Let's reform them. Send them over this way. We'll crush this this group of Southrons. Or he'll just throw them at them right now. That works for me. Imrahil, what are you doing? Forgot about him all the way over there. Well, we're going to catch these guys here. Oh, it looks like these orc raiders have stopped routing. Attack! So we're gonna catch these guys here with these 3 units. Hopefully get them to turn around, and then Lord Imrahil and his Swan Knights can charge into the back of them. But it won't take. They're already shaken, so one charge from these heavy Swan Knights are gonna see these guys running off the field. What do we got here? Got our squire. Our squires are doing quite well. We're about to engage a group of Uruks here who are charging in. Rohan's Royal Guard is putting up a very valiant fight here. It looks like their armies are starting to rout. Yeah, we're doing very, very well. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna take on this group, or this large body of Mordor troops here that's fighting Rohan. Unfortunately, Rohan's been pinned in between here, and looks like one of their units of swordsmen is going to begin routing. Allied general has fallen. Oh, apparently Aemir has died. Well, that's just crazy. We're going to ignore that. These guys are probably going to start routing soon. Where's Prince Imrahil? Yeah, just look what they did to those Southrons. They didn't even have a chance to run. They were just completely annihilated. We're going to do the same thing over here to these orc raiders. Looks like we've had another breakthrough. Probably some more Mordor troops are beginning to rout. Yep, some more Southrons are running away. What are we doing here? Send our axemen of Lasarnak into this big body of orc archers here. Run them off the field, and we're going to send our Fountain Guard running into the backs of this Uruk bodyguard here. Take out their general, and we'll put this entire force to rout really quickly. Let's see what we got here. Number of Lebanese guardsmen. We're going to move them up here to support these troops. Looks like Prince Imrahil is ready to do work his magic here on this large group of orc raiders. I think there's 1 or 2 groups in there, or 1 or 2 units. That was the shittiest charge ever. What the hell's wrong with you people? They just stop for some reason. Alright, reform. Do this proper. Alright, do this. Do it. Let's watch this charge go down. This is going to be the end of these orc raiders really quick. Bam! Oh yeah, beautiful. Look at those casualties. Oh, that's horrible. Yep, there they go. I was going to send them running off the battlefield. Well, we're going to use Prince Imrahil to run down that routing group of orc marauders. Our axemen of Lasarnak are doing quite nicely against this bodyguard here. I believe we've also got a Fountain Guard in there as well, or maybe not. The Fountain Guard are currently fighting these Haradrim here. Looks like the enemy, we have taken 25% casualties. That's probably mostly Rohan, because Rohan got themselves into a bad position. But, yeah, for the most part, we have completely destroyed the enemy army. Got a couple units here that I didn't do anything with. A unit of Fountain Guard and our General's Bodyguard, representing Aragorn, the now King of Gondor. I don't believe he's actually king yet, but pretty sure most of the troops from Gondor and their fiefdoms consider him to be the king. Throw our Lebanon guardsmen here into the fray. There we go. We'll run our troops over here. We'll surround these guys, and we'll put these Moron spearmen to rout right quick. Looks like some of them are already starting to rout, or they're thinking about it. What do we got here? Sarnak axemen are carving up this Uruk bodyguard here quite nicely. Let's take Prince Imrahil, see where he is. We're going to use him to crush this group of orc archers right here. Looks like Rohan, yeah, they took some pretty heavy casualties here. There's a lot of dead Uruks. And a number of Haradrim spearmen who are cut down here as well. It looks like we have surrounded and destroyed most of our enemy troops. Yeah, Rohan spent most of this battle getting their ass kicked. Because I spoke too soon about the AI actually being competent in this battle, didn't I? Uruk bodyguard here is just getting absolutely destroyed by these heavily armored axemen from Sarnak. These guys are just in... They don't have the range, really, to shoot to shoot far enough. So they try to get close, but they have skirmish mode on, so they just end up running around like fools.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Alright, let's change the formation a bit here so they just sweep into the side of these guys. Just cause massive casualties on the initial charge. Oh, looks like they're already starting to run. We're going to run down our enemy, completely destroy them. 86. Yeah, we're going to destroy this force completely. They're trying to run, but there's no escape from Imrahil and his Swan Knights. And there you have it. The forces of the West, the host of the West, were victorious. The Orc forces were almost completely destroyed. Relatively light casualties on our side, except for Rohan, who was stupid, but we'll ignore that. So, yeah, this is the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. My name is Jordan, also known as J-Monster. So, take care, everybody. Bye-bye! Ha! I did it again. There you go. Those are the casualties. Rohan suffered 700, almost 800 casualties, about almost half their force. And we suffered extremely light casualties. We lost less than 300, and the enemy casualties were, of course, almost total. So yeah, that'll do for the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.